Welcome back, Super Savers. Say, if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, okay? And especially for more videos like this and for the algorithm, okay, of this video. Look, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 stores to purchase affordable perfumes and colognes. Burlington is going to be store number 1. Why? Because they sell name brand perfumes. I haven't seen any designers perfumes in Burlington as of yet. Hey, but that doesn't mean that they can't carry it in the near future, right? But anyway, let's be so for real. Look, brands like Alt, this is there in Burlington. And I've heard a lot of talk about this brand in the past. And I've just kind of like nudged it off like nonchalant. But now I'm like, I'm a believer. They bite down because they know exactly what to do and how to do it, okay? This is one of those brands and one of those perfumes and colognes that I would pick up, like if I were considering buying a more higher end cologne or perfume. I would give these a chance or a try first, because then you get to play around with it and you get to see, okay, I'm loving this so much. I'm loving it from from a 1 to a 10. I'm loving it like at a 9 or a 10. I'm there. So I'm ready to take that next step and just purchase, the real thing for the real price, right? So you're gonna want to consider this, and that these are only what, 19.99. Like, you can afford to, play around with these. You can buy 1, 2, just depending on, where your wallet and pocketbook is. But you know what? All in all, that is one that I would definitely consider if I, before purchasing a more expensive perfume or cologne. Store number 2 is actually going to be Marshalls and TJ Maxx, because they're the same store. But anyway, look, brands like Hermes, whatever you want to call it. Look, this large size bottle I purchased for 50 bucks, okay? And this smells very nice, by the way. I was just very, shocked to see this. When I saw this, and I said, no way, it can't be. That's not that. And as I got closer to it, and I was like, this is it. It is the real thing, okay? And they only had like 1 or 2. And so, like, when you go in the store and when you see that in Marshalls or TJ Maxx or anywhere else, and they only have like 1 or 2 of something, that's letting you know, if you do not get it, the chances of it being there, next week or the next day, is like 0. You're not going to get, if you snooze, you lose. That's what that means. When you see 1 of something or 2 of something, that means, hey, if you got to second guess it and you can't make up your mind right then and there, and you can't make a decision, you're not going to get it, and you're going to miss out. And then you're going to be kicking yourself because you're not going to see this in the store again, because I haven't seen this in the store again. So, 50 bucks. So if you're considering, I want to get into this brand, I want to have more colognes or perfumes in this brand, you want to try it out at Marshalls and TJ Maxx, because the price is definitely right. And at 50 bucks, like, I'm happy. I'm happy about it. I'm loving that about this store, that they're able to push out higher end designer brands of perfumes, colognes, shoes, clothes, and all that jazz. And I'm here for it. And look, I also picked this up because I read a lot of good reviews about this one. And this is just Henry Rose. And this is Boys of Summer, by the way. This is a unisex body spray. And you get a lot of product in here. This is a lot of product in here. It's almost like matching this Hermes, right? But this was only 20 bucks. It's 50 bucks, 20 bucks. This is only 20 bucks. So I would definitely, consider Marshalls and TJ Maxx, okay? And I also picked up this Nomad, which I'm not mad at, because the price was definitely right at $56. Here, once again, $56. You're not even reaching that $100 mark. I mean, I haven't. They do have some, designer and name brand perfumes and colognes that are at the $99, or maybe a few, dollars over the $100. But still, all in all, you're still saving more than 50% off of the original retail price, or close to it, okay? And don't forget they do markdowns too, so you'll get even a more discount. And look, Calvin Klein, Sephora, this is Euphoria, my bad. Deep Euphoria. This is a dupe to YSL Black Opium, and it smells amazing, okay? This is only like $29.99. Anywhere else, this perfume alone is going up to 60 bucks. So once again, Marshalls and TJ Maxx, store number 2, to purchase, affordable colognes and perfumes, okay? Ross, store number 3 is going to be Ross, because why? Ross is just turning into an OG, because they're pushing out brands like Jimmy Choo, and this smells amazing. This is a hand cream and a body lotion. Well, I use it as a hand cream, but this is a body lotion. This smells good. This smells bussin'. I would even pair this up with other perfumes up here. But this alone, this smells very great, and it's definitely worth 20 bucks, because anywhere else, this is going to probably be 3 times that, right? But Ross, they know exactly what they're doing. And look, they also carry the brand Banana Republic. This is only like, I think, under 20 bucks. It smells amazing, by the way. And look how much product you're getting in here. So, once again, and with brands like Burberry Her, this is a 1 ounce. I paid 40 bucks for this. Okay. So they're going to be the store to go to buy name brand or designer perfume. Okay. So these are my top 3 stores.